Hello, Edward. You have to come out there. But doing well. How you doing? Finishing up setup. Running a little late today. Just got off work, ran home, got the video out, and started to set up, had dinner, all within an hour. So doing great. That's good. Always so positive. A very infectious thing. Hello, Blur. And everything. Okay. Michael here? Oh no, he's dinner. Tacos with leftovers. The wars. Edward just made some derpies. He made some weird noises. They're derpy noises. Whatever those are. Hey, good to go from my side. Oh, and the audio still works. That's good. That are all good there. Okay, it's Rainbow Dirge. Go, she goes sped. The sunset. I haven't had a chance to poke at this. I wanted to do this weekend, and then I got caught up in other stuff. It happens a lot. Okay. So I haven't actually had the planning time that I wanted to on some of these. Ooh, that would have been a good one to start. Get this up. Actually, the face looks completely different from this side to this side. And actually, another thing about the eyes are... Oh, she does kind of look to the side, but I don't... Going to... a little bit. Okay. Adjust her eyes just a teeny bit. When her eyes open... Sees your tacos. Tacos! I got them. A lot of tacos. That's a lot of taco. Did you put the entire rest of the meat in there?
No, that would be crazy. That thing was like, it was a lot of meat.
Yeah, you did it with the Reubens.
No, there's still meat in there.
No, you bought more.
That's magic meat. It's respawned.
Respawn.
Yes.
Wait, it's alive?
Yeah, it's not only alive, it plays Team Fortress 2. How it respawned.
Uh huh.
We have strange meat in the fridge.
Michael apparently thought since I left a certain amount of meat that he had to use all the meat, so he made 2 Reuben sandwiches for like with nearly a pound of meat.
Yeah.
When I used 1/4 of a pound for 2 sandwiches, and you put it in the oven.
It took forever to cook. It was a very thick sandwich.
I know, and I don't know why you thought.
Because sometimes I'll not grab a lot of food and it'll be like, Mike, I left you half. And then other times it'll be like, Mike, why did you eat so much? I didn't leave half. So I'm in this constant flux.
So you could have said,
food
hey,
paranoia.
Is this for blah blah blah? You didn't.
You didn't. Because I have to assume things. Because if I ask, you make fun of me.
It's called a catch-22.
Yes. So I ran out and I bought more meat so that in case you wanted another sandwich, it'd be in there for you.
We do have the ability to, if we so wish. Anything I need to do in this one? I think the only thing I really need to do on here is lock the hair down and add the. Oh, there's no sky. That's usually important. Yeah, that has the default. I'm not going to trust the default. And it's not the same as the other ones are anyway. Did I have other shots with the sky visible? That one, but that one doesn't count. Could I just use like the
still
top
up in the air about
I could.
Unfortunately, you couldn't get that original background to work.
Which one?
The pony background.
Oh no, I don't want it.
You don't want it, or it just doesn't work.
No, I don't want it. It's like green.
Well, the world in pony that's the color it is.
I know, but that just makes it feel like they have smog or something.
They do.
It's all how they talk about like how farts make up a large portion of CO2 our environment. They're all horses.
Mm-hmm.
So their environment is just full of horse farts.
It's true. They live in their own farts.
Oh,
I all do.
I said here I was going to replace or just do a skybox override, but I'm not going to trust that.
Yeah, that's why all the friendship ended in G5. What tore them apart was just rampant gas.
Why does it have to be rampant?
Because we would have to be to like rip entire nations apart. Like this is some crazy world-ending gas.
I guess you can't. Well, no, because in a way, our world would probably collapse because of gas.
Well, we're angry at the cows.
No,
That's why we fence them all.
No, I'm not talking about cows. I'm just talking gas in general.
Yeah.
Because like oil is going to be probably the downfall of society.
Is that how they regain friendship? They find out they can burn their gas as a fuel source, and then like
they can burn friendship.
We can burn our farts for fuel and save the world. I think we just figured out what G5's about. I just don't have to watch it now.
Yep, it's about farts.
Mm. As is all things. Universe started as a fart, you know.
Michael has been trying for a while to get me to put a fart sound on the soundboard for the the podcast.
Are you convinced yet?
No.
Need one.
Not putting a fart sound on there because
farts the highest
at least some of us are adults. Michael?
You're playing with pony.
Yeah. And when you take over, what happens?
I play with ponies better.
It's it gets weird.
It's fun.
I don't want to have that cloud visible, but I think I can get away with just a little blue there. Try that. Sure. A horse is first flammable. I know that cows specifically are very high in methane, and
Well, like,
I don't think you could like. Could you?
you could light a fart.
No, could you? Well, I know you can, but like, I'm thinking, like,
I mean, if you could collect it all, sure.
hmm. I'm thinking of, how like when they have those smokestacks with little flame at the top.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just thinking of that as like a cow's butt, just constantly just spewing out fire.
Future. I think you just came up with a wonderful idea.
They'll be the first interstellar creature.
I'm imagining the one drawback just being cows wandering around a field lighting things on fire. Like maybe we shouldn't have put a methane flame on a cow. Turned out as bad. Or maybe that's how the cows will rise up. It'll just be like, they'll convert them into weapons and they'll just fart really hard, like burn down school buildings and the cows.
It's like Mars Attacks, but with cows.
Yeah. You should write this movie.
Really liking the blue on this. To get this bright enough, it's essentially getting it to almost become green.
Kieran's but cows. It's like every time we feel an emotion. Is that what? I'm just thinking that the only reason the Kierans are bursting into flames is because they're just letting loose like horrible gas, and it's just igniting in the atmosphere. Look, we explained it with science. Not magic at all.
What I'm gonna do is something like
Get gassy when they're mad. They're just like me.
actual blue light at this. Oh, that's too blue. Something like this. If I'm trying to go cheap because I don't want to load in like tons of models, this makes things more complicated.
Rain boom burritos. Yay!
This stream is just going to be Michael talking about gas. That sounds like a very Michael topic.
We should talk about nothing but farts for the next like hour. I think.
I'm gonna go with no. So this is gonna be white.
Like the spirit bombs hitting Ponyville.
Gotta look further than that, Michael.
The spirit bomb already has hit Ponyville, and it's exploding. How G4 ended.
Yes, the Saiyans found Equestria.
Yes, and they wiped the planet clean to make way for Lord Vader.
Now that looks okay. I think I just need to.
Because I've seen Spaceballs.
That's Dark Helmet.
Oh, they got all the Dragon Balls. Space.
Wait.
That's why it's called Spaceballs.
You're mixing so many genres. And then Harry from Harry and the Henderson shows up.
Mm-hmm. And he's a wizard.
Yep. And he says, "You shall not pass." And he kicks an Ewok.
Then they return all the artifacts to the museum. Very, very good. Very good movie.
I'm okay with that, Sky. I have a problem with consistency between shots, but I really don't think you can see a sky in the other shots. I don't think I care enough.
Well, I think what I'm technically eating here is a burrito.
Makes a good burrito for a person. It's got to have shredded meat, rice, and some Tabasco sauce as a minimum.
Well, the minimum is refried beans. That's what makes a burrito. Like if like this is technically a burrito because it has refried beans in it. It has other things, but refried beans is definitely like the catalyst for the division line between burrito
I've never heard
and
that.
soft taco. What do you think makes a burrito?
I'm not. I look like an expert
Yes.
on stuff. Apparently, you are.
You're a taco expert slash burrito expert. You minored it in taco college. I always thought it was refried beans. Like refried beans is what makes it.
Interesting to burrito tacos. The shell size. Tacos are generally a lighter snack or meal, while a larger burrito is a hearty full meal.
So it's just a big taco.
Yeah, so it has nothing to do with refried beans.
Well, I've never eaten a burrito without refried beans. I've had tacos without refried beans.
So you're defining it on their lack of experience.
The expert here.
I don't like refried beans. I do like refried beans. I like hard shell, and I just make a Bravo where you take the hard shell, or you take a soft shell, cover it in refried beans, and then you wrap that around the hard shell so that the hard shell cracks. It still holds it together, so you get the benefits of a soft shell with the taste of a hard shell without the mess.
I would say a hard shell could never be a burrito, no matter how big the shell. Am I wrong? As the internet know.
Hard taco shells grande. Oh yeah, I guess you're just putting like a giant tortilla in the oven and getting it crisped.
Yeah. We should do that sometime. Maybe.
No, that would be so big, it'd be messy. I'm not saying anybody's saying it, but I'm gonna assume that it really wouldn't be a burrito. Because anything hard shell that big is gonna immediately destroy itself.
Yeah. Doesn't mean people won't try.
Oh yeah, there's probably people that tried. Some in mid-prom. No, she does. She's got the black. Oh, no, she's doing the black beans. Okay, I was gonna say it's
She
the
got
black
all
beans.
the beans. You can make a black bean refried bean. Have it at the store.
Well, yeah, you can take any bean and refry it.
Inhuman beans.
But cat beans.
Oh, that's sad. The cannibalism is funny, but hurting kitties. Oh, that's just sad. Poor kitty.
They'll forgive us.
Oh, meow meow. I'll be right back.
And for here, that can be rough. Work doing this. Kinda. I think that actually could work. Yeah, I think that might actually work. It stays pretty steady. Oh, I can see a little bit of the edge there, so we're going to move it a little bit to hide it, but I think I can actually get away with it. this is the last frame that I can actually see it, so. Oh, good?
Yeah.
Good.
I won't be here Friday though.
Ah, fine. Oh, that is still not going to work. I need. Wait, did I get over time? No. Oh. Let's scale the whole thing. Okay, and see how far down I can get it now. Okay, I think that should work. All right, let's put that light in there and see if we can make it. So you made like a burrito bowl, then crunched up a hard shell taco. Yeah, that's essentially. Anytime I broke in a hard shell, I made like a taco salad out of it. But a burrito bowl, it's probably called that because a taco bowl doesn't sound the same. Burrito bowl has a ring to
I've
it.
heard both, but I'm guessing a burrito bowl is just a bigger taco bowl by the definition. Like it's a taco salad, but a burrito bowl. I feel like the lines are very thin indeed.
Thin burrito lines. Ah, that's what I'm looking for. Okay. I just
Flow
get
kite.
this. Flow kite. I just am able to get it. Why does I need it since? The one thing is I can actually the sky does seem to kind of shift and move. I think I'm gonna see if I can how far away I can get this. Further away than I thought I was. I'm gonna say lock it here. That should work fine.
You could make your own sky card. It's actually pretty simple. You just find out an existing sky card and replace the texture file.
Hello, Buzz. Yeah, I do that all the time actually. I do it so often that I actually know where it is. It's under my workshop files, materials, Neri, and that's where they all are because I use them so much. Really, any sky card that's like this, it's like a big flat one that you're putting across something, and it's not the inside of a dome. You don't even need an actual sky card. All you need is any flat surface, and you can make a sky card. All it is about making it really big and throwing it far away. This one's nice because it's rounded a little bit, which just gives some of the added usability. And then I'm not affecting anything else. Hell, I've used it for a Ciderfest logo. I did it's in reverse because that was how the model was, but I did this, and then I had a alpha layer set up on it so that it only had the actual text shown, and because I just needed a rounded surface, and so when I did this video, and I got hit with the cup at the end,
You didn't do that in post. You actually just have that in Source Filmmaker.
Yeah, this is a model. There, this was on there. It's rounded around the edge.
Yeah, but the cards after.
No, though that was done as normal. What was that? That was weird. Like some weird video thing.
I think it's just impression.
Yeah. So yeah, I just put it on there. I could have done that in post too for how it looked, but.
Well, putting it on the cup was probably easier to do it in animation. But the cards after.
Depends. It was more work early or more work later. I chose to go with more work early, which is what I usually try to do.
That pony was already dead inside, so you can't really murder him.
Like was murder. No, with me. But wait. I realized we were talking about like the paper model. Yeah, anything. Anything can be used as it. But again, this is nice because a rounded item means that because if you look straight at something at the middle, and then you look to the left of whatever the screen is, way over to the left side, that is going to now be further away than the middle from your viewpoint. So the curve tries to make it so that all of the surface is the amount of curve depends on how far it is away. Where the closer it is, the more of a curve you need. So you're never going to get perfect, but it's nice just having some. I actually think this one has more of a curve on the edges. Yeah, it kind of has this like stronger curve at the end. So it's not like a round, perfectly round. It's kind of like a slightly rounded and then like curves a bunch at the end. That's a little annoying for a lot of the uses I've had, but that's what I needed to do, so I'm not going to complain. Need a plan for. How do I get this to? Gotta do this. Ah, there we go. I don't know if I'm gonna get this on a. Oh no, I can back up. There we go. I have to be careful though because I will start. I could start interacting with their eyes. Just shadowed. No. Then I think it has to be shadowed to affect the eyes. Remember, that's just one of those things I hit the button and assume. Oh, this is going to be the one problem of these clouds are. I have to go with this.
If you flipped it,
And the clouds are.
it would be up higher.
If I flipped it?
Yeah, upside down.
But then the clouds are above.
Yeah.
With the sun coming from below.
Why would the sun be blue?
Because all these clouds have the light coming from above. If I flip this over, now the sun's coming from below.
It's reflecting off the nearby ocean. Does clouds do that near the ocean?
I know, but when people look at it, they're not going to assume
unless they live near the
weird.
ocean, then they're going to think it's weird because it's not.
But this is Ponyville.
It's near an ocean, right? Maybe. No.
You don't know. You don't know Ponyville?
I do, but I wouldn't believe anyways. It's nowhere near the Animal Ocean.
Michael's making things up.
I think it'll do it though.
And I think this one I might be able to get away with it just as it is. I just think it's not bright enough, but that scares me because it's already too bright. Just because of their eyes from this light alone.
Doesn't Michael's pony, it has a goatee?
But aren't ponies already furry?
They are. That's why all facial hair on ponies is just like stick-on. Just like mine.
And why is facial hair even a thing?
It's fashionable.
But why not just do stickers?
They are. They're like Velcro.
I know, but why couldn't they just do like just flat stickers, like paper ones?
Like paper?
No, you're saying they're actual hair?
Well, no, it's like
they're like a chin toupee.
It's like a hat for their face.
Because they're embarrassed.
And because it's fancy. and they want to be fancy.
It's fancy.
Yes. Like what are those little things called that people sometimes put on their cufflinks? Fancy like cufflinks.
Things they put on their cufflinks?
No, the cufflinks, they're the fancy thing. Some people have cufflinks. I don't know why.
Why
They're
don't you?
weird. I'm not fancy enough. Also, I'm wearing a short sleeve shirt.
Where's your cufflinks for your short sleeve shirt?
Yes.
I'm gonna see if I can. I thought I saw like
My horse
this
is
guy
fancy.
passing there, but I don't think it is.
Your horse isn't fancy.
I might just leave it like this and not care. I don't like the lighting in the back, but I'm also getting to the point of just saying, and just calling it good. Okay, so I need to get. Okay, so this is an endeavor. I need to lock their hair, and there's a lot of horse. So like that horse is already done. That horse is done. That. How is Sweetie Belle not? What's your hair not? What's your hair doing? Sweetie Belle, hold up.
Got so
See,
much product in our hair, it don't move.
Your hair's all busted. This don't work. It's all oh my god, this is completely busted all the way across. Well, you're not getting any. Actually, you know what? You don't get any movement. Just bam, done. Hair 3, screw you. Same with this one. The hair likes to do a thing where it will do a quick jump like this within one frame. And anytime you see that, just wipe the whole thing. Usually means that it had completely rotated like a 180, and that's not what you're looking for. So if you want still animation, you're going to have to clean it up yourself or try to rebake it. Sometimes you can get that to work, but in this case, no. So here again, it's, oh, I get the other one too. It's usually caused by some motion that it just didn't know how to handle, and so it, or I'm thinking that the motion might have made it so that it thought the other direction, like the inverse was correct too. Oh, it's gonna save some data space. I like that. Yeah, he does have a pony Sona. He has it on a pillow.
Yes, mid-prim.
No,
She did it to me. She gave me the pillow. Well, you gave it to me, technically. She made
on
the
stream.
art. Yes, she did.
Yeah, that
I
was oh
very
god.
elated.
I don't even remember what day that was.
It was a day.
It was last year, because otherwise Nightly would have
Don't
definitely.
even say that. I won't. It doesn't feel like last year. It happened.
I can't find the day.
Last week. Because you record absolutely everything. Maddening.
Uh-huh. See, we can go here.
He's like, I didn't know when you pooped.
I can be like, okay, I want to see stream from 2014. We're all here. I have every stream 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, all this year. Go back.
He's measuring his decay.
That and gaming. Gaming, we have 2015. There's a Legends of Equestria recording. Back when that was like a...
Click it and see if you can find me.
You know what's funny?
What's that?
This was... Oh, that was a 34-minute one. There was... We did it again.
In it somewhere.
It's this one. It's 17 kilobits.
It just says stream.
Or 17 megabytes? How long is this? 34 seconds. Okay, I don't know what that is.
I kind of want to see what it is, just because it's probably really
There
dumb.
we go. So just to put it in perspective, we did... Oh, that's an hour and a half. And actually, that was a pretty... Kilobits is a set. 4,000.
Let's get and find my horse.
Oh, it's...
Wait. Oh, wait. Where's my horse? That's your horse. I don't care about you. Oh, my horse. Probably there somewhere.
I think this is when we were getting everybody together. Yeah, we had a group of people. We'd made a video with our, it was a Kenoshi Panda.
I wasn't there.
But, yeah, we were having fun though, because, if I remember right.
It looks like Viva.
Oh, yeah, that's Viva Reverie. He was poking around with us too for a while. Yasho's up there. My sister's up there.
We could do that in a game stream sometime.
I don't even know if this game's still up anymore.
It is. I don't think they update it much. So.
No, probably not. This game was, if you're looking for a game that streams really good, this one records and streams really good at 4,000 bit rate, considering it's all just like flat colors everywhere. But
yeah, there's Viva.
Oh, Geek Brony was there too.
Yeah,
Warhorse.
I see Denise up there.
Larsis was there too.
Mm-hmm. I'm not here at the time.
Nickney. I thought this horse was on top of like this horse, and I'm like, he's so tiny. But no, that was some fun times. That's a video.
There's Yasha.
Yeah, he was on the other ones too.
Oh.
Let's go to Isengard.
Yes. Good times.
So, Legend of Equestria is basically an MMO that came out. It's been out for a while now, but I don't think it's as popular as like Ponytown, probably because of the difficulty in updating and lack of stuff. But
it had a bunch of content at first and then nothing.
Well, because they spent a ton of time on it to get it running, and they would just do beta weekends, so it was available only at very rare times. And I feel like that's probably what they should have kept it as, is you could only play it like once a month, because people would jump on there because you can only play it in this very small window. But that one already lost.
As soon as you could play it every day, nobody cared anymore. Stop being special.
Yeah, or people just burned out on it. Before everybody would go and pile in on these weekends to go and do certain things, and it lost some of the fun because it just didn't feel special anymore.
I mean, it's for what it is.
No,
it is really great. It just feels like it feels like an MMO. And it does have quests, but you can complete every quest in that game in like an afternoon.
They probably added stuff since then.
Yeah. But it still functions really well. It's just like a pony chat room, like that other game you're talking about.
Ponytown?
Ponytown.
Ponytown, though, it's a lot easier to, I think, make the content for it. I'm curious.
Is there more content for that one, or?
Oh no, it's just that the platform itself is just better built for people making their own stuff and stuff. There's a break here, and I can tell because I'm rounding this, and it's not a flat line until I get to this point right here, and it flattens. That means I actually wiped it. Jiggle bones are stupid.
It's good to know that they're still actively updating it as recently as this month.
Must have been the 12th of this month. Well, it depends on what the content was. No, if they're still supporting it and stuff, awesome. Yeah. Like that was my concern with the game. I feel like their beta weekends were a great idea, but a detriment because once the game actually came out, everybody had done everything, and all they were looking for was those moments they had on those weekends, and they weren't going to get it again.
It was pretty much kind of an excuse, like, hey, Legends of Equestria is going to be open this day on this month. We should all plan to get together and play it.
Mm-hmm.
But then after it's out every day, you don't have to plan anymore.
Plus, there was a bunch of creators that would just go on there and like make a character and then run around, and that was a lot of fun. So people would recognize the name, and you get to talk with people. That's why I was jumping on there. Is just the interactions with people was like some of the best parts.
They gave a special model to the creator of Flufflepuff. I do remember that, and they were the only one who could play as Flufflepuff. Game.
I remember that one. I remember watching Flufflepuff run around.
So it was very much a community-driven game that it's great that it's still getting updates, even if they're just small ones.
She's showing, I think, baked, but there it is. Okay, I was gonna say her hair is very broken.
Might be fun to hit that up again.
I feel it's just gonna be pretty empty, but I don't know because I'm all doing it on assumptions. But I don't think it's going to have what I was enjoying when I was there, which was just it was basically a online type convention. But now it's just going to be people actually playing, and at this point too, it's going to be a lot of people just showing off,
Yeah.
like looking at look at what I have, and that kind of stuff, and it's fine.
Before, I think the big thing that really sold it was it was up for a very short period of time, and everybody was on at the same time because of that, and that included a lot of big names. So yeah, it was like a huge convention. Yet every like at least back when I played it, like it felt like every big horse fame person at the time was somewhere on the server when it was up.
At some point.
Yeah. Because it was only up for maybe a few days out of like every other month.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'd basically be like I wouldn't go on for all that much. I would go on for like a couple hours maybe out of the whole weekend, but that'd be about it. Because I didn't want to. There wasn't much to do otherwise.
Yeah.
But I go around, just sit around and. Okay.
I just remember there being a Prince pony. Like Minnesota's Prince.
Mm-hmm.
But a pony.
Okay. So this hair right here, I think these are the two bones for it. It's bugging me. Because this one, it's all the others I can kind of get away with not really touching on. This one, I have to. Because it's right there. And so I have, and I'm probably going to turn this down a little bit. And turn this one up. So, and now what we're going to do is we're just going to give it its own little rotation bits here. So let's go on I'm going to go on a 1 second cycle, and then if I need to, I can condense it from there. So
I think what the cool thing of that Legends of Equestria though is if some of the models made their way into Source Filmmaker, that would be pretty spiffy.
a lot of the lighting on those models is required to be running on that engine, though.
Yeah.
So I don't see that
It's pretty
happening. And if there was a couple, not the character models, but some of the area models, like the stuff around there areas, those have.
Yeah.
But I don't believe they were provided. They were extracted. So I had some issues with using them then. Because it's somebody took somebody else's work, extracted it, provided it to other people for free, and those people were then using that excuse to use them for free without permission. No.
I got permission.
You got permission from the person that got it without permission.
No, I got for the one model I gave you.
Well, I know, but that's not from Legend of
Yeah,
Equestria.
no. I'm just
So,
saying, like, if you're looking at me without permission, oh, I got permission from the artist.
no, that's what I'm saying. I just don't agree with that.
Yeah. I mean,
There's a
when it comes to
things mean more to me than having what I need.
when it comes to pony content, it's all taken from somewhere.
Yeah, but then that doesn't make it right.
I'm not saying it makes it right.
But you're justifying. I made a model of a hammer. Oh, but did you pay royalties to the inventor of the hammer?
Could have.
I mean, really, you can go back as far as you want on stuff.
I do think the hammer's probably the copyright's expired on that one.
But then somebody will change it slightly and redo their copyright.
Og from the Ugzug tribe from
Ugh.
10,000 BC. I think he's just out of luck.
Ugh went royalty.
I mean, that guy was like the biggest of the cavemen, like as far as like notoriety and celebrity.
Yeah, he probably was like somebody was just like being an ass to him. He just takes like a rock and beats the other guy with the head, but then everybody else looks at him and goes, "Oh!" He's like, patent.
He tied the rock to a stick. That was the first hammer, and he was the greatest of the cavemans. He was Ugzug the Great.
He said it was ugh.
Well, it was Ugg. but then Zug like saw his idea and stole it and made it his own.
Oh, that little butt.
Yeah, he filed the copyright for it. That's how it works. Caveman copyright. The
Caveman copyright.
the CC.
You know, I would say it'd be a really cool idea to see like a caveman lawyer show, but there is one. I thought I saw something about a caveman lawyer.
From the Geico commercials, they did have like one season show.
Oh yeah, yeah. This guy, I think that was Key Rock, known as the Unfrozen Caveman Lawyer, was a recurring character in Jack Hannity and played by Jack Hannity and played by Phil Hartman on Saturday Night Live. Okay, yeah, so they did do it.
I'll have to check that out.
I thought I had seen something of that. You got the cards for one of the Jackbox games. They're currently in general. Oh, really? Kind of curious on that. Ah, it's Derby. Oh.
Wait, you had these printed?
Yeah. Ice, you did the last set too, right? With my favorite card of was it Perfect Man?
Perfect.
Or Complete Man? That was it. Bill Cyber PC Master Man. Depression Man.
He's so sad.
My name is George. Those are some good ones. Dish. Sexy Squid Man. That was Silver that drew that one, I think.
Silver actually has art skill.
Yeah.
It's
well,
cheating.
kind of.
Cheating. Being talented is cheating. Cheating at life.
Big hair Merg. Rainbow Dersh and Dersh. But that's cool.
Rainbow Dersh looks a little like Lyra.
No, that's cool that they do that. That's pretty neat. That is a fun one. We're doing another Jackbox in about a week and a half. That's on the 11th.
And say, just like a heads up, I will not be available for any.
But fine, so. we have anything to do, so we'll do something. The inventor of agriculture is going to be rich.
They were.
There was, I believe, true story. Tesla, when Westinghouse was going under, he had done a lot of stuff. I see the super face. This is an interesting story. Tesla. When Westinghouse was going under, which was a friend of his, but kind of took advantage of him way too much, he helped him out by selling them the patent for, I think, AC/DC electricity. Or not AC/DC, I'm thinking
the band.
For AC electricity.
What, Westinghouse? Oh, yeah, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. And so they sold it off to help them out. If he would have maintained that patent, he would have been the richest man alive. I think even by today's standard, because it would have basically been that every amount of electricity that went through the line for everything going through large transmission is all AC. And every bit of it, he would have gotten a little bit of money on. Mm-hmm. And they said he would have been easily the richest person in the world. Even today's standards. So
yeah.
Yeah, but he sold it off to help a guy that then screwed him over. The story of Tesla is sad for such a brilliant guy.
Yeah, he ended up in he wasn't like living in the slums, but he wasn't rich.
His last 10 years, he was basically living in an apartment, feeding pigeons, writing up plans for stuff, but nobody would help him, and he wasn't realized as being the person or the genius he was realized as a genius then, but everybody took everything from him, and then he was left with nothing.
His competitors tried to bury him. People would steal his patents. It was
he sold off a lot of them in his later days just to get by. But now people recognize him. Plus when he moved back when he died, they sent all of his stuff back to his home country, and they didn't keep any of it except for the stuff that the government deemed too sensitive, and it was later declassified. They've actually the Weidencliff or something, whatever. He was building a big tower for wireless electricity out in New York, and ran out of funding, had to basically stop it, and they were going to demolish it in like a decade ago to build apartment complexes. And a guy worked out a deal with the government that if he could build up a certain amount, the government would match that amount to make a museum. and it was like $2 million or something, and I'm pretty sure they blew that record, like that right out of the water to make a museum for him here. So now everybody knows who Tesla is,
Yeah.
but back then, not really.
Wireless electricity is a good idea for stuff like light bulbs and heaters, but if you put like any kind of modern electronic near that thing, it would destroy it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, they have wireless electricity now,
Yeah.
but it works differently.
Well,
So it's not about, you're not sending electricity. You're basically creating a specific magnetic field that when you place something in it, creates the ability for it to charge.
if the
goofy.
device is like has something in it that'll basically allow it to. It's a little different than
because,
what
like,
Tesla had.
Like my phone has, yeah, Tesla had stuff that he could walk around like with a light bulb in his area, but he probably, yeah.
And it would turn on.
But if you walked in with anything ESD sensitive,
Yeah, it would blow it up. But
yeah.
they didn't really have that much of that kind of stuff back then.
But
so
he was,
wasn't
he was stepping stones, and he was taking some big leaps. So, there's a lot of stories. There's a biography that I read about him. That's why I know a lot of the stuff, and it was fantastic and a really good read. And I read that 18, 19 years ago. No, 15 years ago, something like that. It's been a long time.
I do find one of his later inventions fairly interesting, where he was trying to generate electricity from the static in the air, and it's a novel idea. It's certainly how storms generate their electricity. It's just that you could ever do it in a significant amount.
But all he did was he said, "There's something there. I want to try to figure out what I can do with it," and so he just went with it. So sometimes it's not about being right; it's about questioning something and figuring out the answer. And
You could certainly do it. It's but then there's like, you would be a giant lightning rod, and if you got hit by lightning, it would probably blow every capacitor you could possibly build. Like if we ever wanted to capture a bolt of lightning, we would need a capacitor the size of a skyscraper, and if that thing ever blew up, it would be a very massive bomb that would take out any surrounding township. Not going to try to capture lightning anymore. Nobody wants that lawsuit.
Nicholas Tesla gave up wealth to help a friend. Yeah, it was, but then he got,
Just alive for
but then he was screwed. That friend screwed him over. Westinghouse kind of used him quite a bit. So, and Edison used the crap out. Well, not just Tesla. Edison's an asshole. I'm glad that history has came back and said, yeah, that guy was a butt.
He just kind of stole most of everything he took credit for.
But he had the credit for a very long time,
Yeah, he did.
and it took quite a while before eventually, people started getting it in their head that he was an asshole.
I mean, the only thing he came up with the incandescent light bulb, which was pretty big, but a lot of everything else was from someone else.
No, he did some good stuff, but what he did was he had a team of people, and he had a lot of funding.
Yeah.
And so he would basically just go out and either try to invent it or perfect it before an idea that was developed by somebody else before they had the ability to go anywhere with it.
Yeah, because he had the resources that they didn't have.
Yeah.
He was a jerk. But his company turned into General Electric, which still exists, and Westinghouse sold to a Japanese company.
Yeah,
And that's just a
Westinghouse made a lot of bad decisions.
That's so cute. I like this. Having fun. I got my life, my fun in the Sunday. She needs to get like a big old juice with an umbrella, like a glass.
1,000
straw.
umbrellas?
Oh, maybe just one.
No,
There's plenty.
Podcast topic that
Yes.
hasn't been released yet.
Sunglasses. I feel like that's the town's drinking water, though. It probably shouldn't be swimming, but
Well, it's
I mean,
the
it's
river that
fine.
goes through town. There's probably like poop and farts in it. This is Ponyland.
Well, we did it. We did go over the whole world is full of farts.
And then
Ignore the derpy graveyard. Blocks away. We don't talk about that.
in the
So
water.
cute. Look at her go.
Then we have
Yeah, why don't you do more stupid faces like this? This is happy. Happiness. Happiness. Oh, that is adorable.
and we got a
Give her Kiki. I knew how you knew.
let's do that, and then
I know what you're expecting, Sir Edward, because normally.
we got next snap.
Oh, this is good.
You want to go make me another drink, but just use the Maker's Mark. Just don't put in a ton of it. Not as good as my stuff. Oh.
No, I can't.
Now we break their neck.
No.
And with the foot. Oh, Jinxie, thank you very much for the sub. Here, cheers to another month. 23 months. That's a big fancy mug, which I have I something I was going to say about that too. But thank you very much, Jinxie, for nearly 2 years. I appreciate it. Great big. Now I saw the flask there. I needed to mention to Michael and probably John and Kyle. There's the Renaissance Fair. Michael, you're supposed to hear this too. Yeah. There's the Renaissance Fair that's in town, and I was looking through the themes they have. So, like, this coming weekend is chocolate, wine, and romance. Next weekend is dog or pet weekend, which is kind of sounds interesting. But the first weekend of October is Oktoberfest. And so the whole Renaissance Fair is essentially going to be German themed. And I think that would be a lot of fun. The Renaissance Fair is normally not nearly as busy as some of the other fairs that are around here. So, but I think John would be super up for that, and I think that'd be a lot of fun. I could try to get some pictures and stuff, but I do want to go to that because that sounds super fun. Spend a weekend at doing some Oktoberfest stuff, take an Uber or something. Okay, so for this leg though, I want to have it be. Fairs. Oh, there's the state fair is in town here, but our state fair is huge, packed people, and I would only be able to go on the weekend. Not worth it. That would be a mess, and with COVID going on. But the Renaissance Fair is every weekend for like 2 months, and is like 1/10 the amount of people that go, so it's not as packed. So I'm not as against that, and I think that'd be a lot of fun.
So cute.
Hold on, I'm not done yet.
No, the cool thing about Renaissance fairs too is sometimes you can find like comedians that are just trying to get their start, and some of them can be pretty funny. I remember watching a prop comic, which actually made me laugh. You get these like comedians who are just like they're not great, but they're
Oh,
entertaining.
I don't know why it didn't work. Well, yeah, but that's the thing is if you're just getting started,
Then you can eat a turkey leg the size of your like forearm.
well, you can do that at the
Yeah, but not the same. It's a different. I like the atmosphere around. Yes, I do it from the front.
Hmm?
But see, you spent all this time animating this whole other video, but all you needed was this. Oh, good.
tails going down.
Tails is kind of have her tail like
Circle. She's doing derpy thing.
goats.
Oh, she's not smiling enough.
Kind of got a creepy smile. That's pretty cute. Oh,
Swimming
yeah.
hands.
You heard.
Be the entire video. No, it's
It could be. Oh, those new horses. That's been pretty popular to ship them lately. Half of all the
okay.
horse pictures I see on the internet on Twitter right now.
Now we got
Got juice.
socks ready. Can't put socks because that would weigh her down, Michael. You don't want her way
She
down.
might sink. Yeah, that is a concern.
Definitely tell that's a different whiskey.
I'm Fitz Bourbon, Maker's Mark, and I'm not personally. I'm not a huge fan.
No, Maker's Mark is good. Is a good shot whiskey. I do like doing shots of that. It's actually I don't remember who it is, but there's a guy that always whenever we do bad fanfic or super fight, I think it's usually bad fanfic. I think it's no anthology panel. He would come over with the uh, with the Maker's Mark, and he would give everybody a shot that's on the panel.
You just got another stupid face.
Yeah, I'm not even done with the current one. Well, okay. So so this is first stupid face. Got Derpy being
very cool.
Derpy. Oh, you know what? Oh wait, I have one more thing to do because it'll make Michael like all goofy and stuff. I think I can do this. Wait, I gotta go the other direction. So it starts by going to the right. Okay.
Hair is all floppy.
No, it's her ears.
Like the perfect animation. I don't even know what the rest of the video was about anymore. We need this.
Her kid in the background dying.
Well, we don't.
See, there they go.
There goes my child. See, you had to make it dark. Couldn't help yourself.
Thank you for the follow, Dragon. I'm just curious. Does Kite just gain 2,000 coffee watching each stream and then spend some on stupid face on the next stream? I think so. I'm not sure, but Kite has unlimited coffee. I feel like I always have to be ready. Well, you could probably Within one stream, you could probably gain 2,000 if you're constantly clicking stuff. I don't, but yeah. And one thing. Yeah, and Kite's and sub too, so that's the bonus too. The 2,000 each stream. Yeah, and if you're sub, you get a bonus too, so that adds up. And you get a bonus for logging in, and you get a bonus if you're on when there's a raid. And the raid's like 300. Okay. Oh yeah, we don't need to watch the murder. We have Derpy.
Yes.
Okay. So for the second stupid face, we're gonna load in boat.
The big boat would go on that tiny stream. Like an ocean liner.
Okay, we got this nice nifty thing of zippy zappy make boat smaller. Okay. Smaller boat.
That boat and paint.
Look to mine, realize I have 60.6. Jeez. Holy crap, you got a lot. That's a whole lot.
You can just tell that's from Half-Life.
Actually, self. That's some stuff. No, just certain things that I've been I want to make sure I do updates on.
Don't save up too much for me.
Saving for Mike. Well, you could only one of them can be done per stream. So I have considered, and I haven't. Geez, I've been considering making like you can do like a collection bucket to dump points in, and if you get all the points into it, it will enable some whatever I really want to have it be. And I thought about just having it where we just have a Michael day, and anybody that has points can build up to that amount.
It's easier to plan a day than try to plan something on the fly.
You should always just have something planned.
The last time where I had all the ponies licking the big muffin, I didn't plan that. But
You didn't plan that?
No.
Really? I wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah, it was really cute though. Bet it's gone forever. Except in a recording.
Except in a recording.
Yeah.
All right, so we have our Derpy here. And then it's your boat.
Muffin boat? Gonna bring her muffin. I don't like the path of this. Getting awful close to Derpy.
We have this boat.
Oh. Derpy.
So there's this boat.
I had to move it slightly. Make sure it was properly running her over. Oh,
Okay, so she's doing oh on that was too close. We gotta back up. Okay. See, there she goes.
Cool.
Derby's doing the thing. She's like, hey, and then just and and so then yes, it's like oh,
she's so happy.
She's got her legs still locked. Now. There we go. And she's like, don't wait, actually, oh, I got sound effects for this.
No. I am kind of imagining with my own twisted brain where the boat just suddenly stops completely and bounces up and down. Squish, squish, squish. The boat sentient. Got on the boat. We'll believe that she's That is cute. Kind of embedded in the. That's okay. Aww. He's so cute. Bet you wish Rainbow Dash was there. Trying to start stuff.
She's gotta go fast. Gotta go fast.
No.
Gotta go fast.
Maybe you should grab your daughter. Just a thought.
No, why would she do that?
Well, I feel like she might be going to a very inhospitable place.
She's just derpy. Everywhere.
Like,
Inhospitable. Because of intolerance.
like, it's like her daughter's just jealous that she can never be as cute as.
That and then so she's going like, she's gonna go Sonic the Hedgehog. And she's like, meow. But then we're just going to hide that and then there she goes. Gotta go fast.
Yes,
Go fast.
Go so fast. Guys are too.
She's going so fast. Gotta go. She even does like a.
There's like whipping back.
She does like a freaking like loop thing here. She even like goes and like does a loop. And then she's like, "Bow." Wait, that's
so good.
That was not as high as I thought it would be. There, go up. I'm gonna go sideways a little bit. But look, that was exciting. Have you heard of the Lords of Pony Keep yet? I have not.
Lords of Pony Keep.
They'll acquire 1 million coffee one day. There is there's one stream I know that has a collection of like they're trying to collect points, and I think one of them was but no, it wasn't a collection. It was for a single person to spend like 10 million points, and I believe there was somebody that was close. But they keep running polls that they keep breaking, and so like the market is completely horrible, and there's just people with millions of points and they don't spend it.
100K and Michael wears a horse suit.
Well, we would need to
wears the suit. It's cheaper for you to wear it than it is for me.
Because nobody would want me to wear it.
So yeah, I want you to wear it.
They would totally just wait that 1,000.
I want you to wear it. I think it would look good on
that. In the whole stream, he has to say nay.
It does sound fun.
Derby, just a few broken bones and internal bleeding. It's like building up your Chuck E. Cheese tickets to get that remote control car you always wanted. Yeah, freaking those tickets are stupid.
What, the Chuck E. Cheese tickets?
Yeah, it was in the Good Place that they were trying. They had one of those thing like the arcades. Just I'll show you something, and she like wins something and then grabs a ticket and like pulls really hard.
Cheating, even in the afterlife. I always remember the Chuck E. Cheese I went to had this this little like car you could sit in and take a really grainy black and white photo with Chuck E. Cheese statue. And I always did it because it always felt like the best bang for your buck. It was like $1 in tokens and you got a picture. That felt like a win every time.
Anything that you can get that you think is of value that's good. I mean, really.
I mean,
whether it's a picture or it's an RC car, if you feel like you got something out of it.
You have your picture. I'll take my Aussie car.
Yeah, but those things are probably crap anyway. Everything that was there was like, do you want this rubber band? Yeah. It'll cost you $15 in tokens. Well, can't I go to the store and buy like 100 pack for $1? But you don't get it through basketball.
Yeah, you don't get it from Chuck E. Cheese.
No, I used to fall for that crap all the time. There was a roller rink that we used to go to that had a bunch of arcade games, and I used to want to win stuff there too. And it's stupid.
You can go home and just play virtual reality skee ball.
Yeah, I can afford video games. I don't need to spend $1 at those kind of play. Anyway, they have Chuck and Don's now. If you want to just be an adult and do that.
Chuck and Dong?
Yeah. No, wait, no, that's the dog food, isn't it?
I don't know.
Wait, what is the one? Dave and Buster's. The same thing. One sells dog food, one sells dog food.
Confuse the dog food company with Dave and Buster's.
It's a name and a name.
We're having a me day.
It's Chuck and Don's.
That's what happens when you look at cute derbies.
It's Chuck and Dave and Buster's and Don's.
See what looking at Derby being adorable too long does to your brain. It's great, but it's not healthy.
See, I made a derpy and didn't do anything in that stupid face. I hurt her.
You ran over her with a boat.
That was the second stupid face. The first one.
She was super cute.
And then she was running super fast.
She was, and that was also cute.
There you go. Shut up. I do things.
Yeah. It's like, don't say I never done nothing for you.
Yeah, I did the one main thing I ever did for you. I waited till you were gone.
Mm-hmm. It was a different kind of cruel.
Okay, so I need Archer.
I'm fairly convinced that every time I leave the house, he just grabs a derpy plush over there and just plays with it and like giggles.
What is play? What? I'm an adult. I can go play video games. Why would I play with a plush?
Because they're cute and adorable.
Is this why you keep your door locked?
Well, ever since moving here, I haven't talked to my plushes.
That's because you don't need to.
Oh
wow, look at this one. If I go in, you see it actually break more before snapping back.
You never look at your plushes and be like, man, it's too early for this crap. And then you wait for them to respond. And then you pretend that they did. And they agree. And that they're all smoking cigars and judging you. And then you cry. Me neither. I don't do that.
Yep, I bet you don't.
My plushes think I'm great.
Oh wow,
My plushes could beat up your plushes.
Everything about her just went wrong. I'm just gonna get rid of this one. You can just see how badly that one went. So we're gonna just clean slate you. Some of these can be pretty easy to just do some quick cleanup on though. Like this one. If I just grab, I think, no, not the back one. It'd be, oh, is there? There it is. Okay, perfect. So when it goes up, so we're just going to go down a little bit, up a little bit. I don't have to do it with the other one in the back because her hair's going backwards. Actually, no. What? I'm going to do a cheat. So we need, that's back hair. Scootaloo. Oh, Scootaloo's not included in here. Okay. So, jiggle hair. We're gonna see how many of these horses' hair we can grab. Scootaloos. Derpies.
That's not Derpy. Say her name.
Derpy Doo.
No.
And then we got Scootaloo.
You're doing it on purpose now. You know that pony's name. I've said it many times.
Uh-huh. So Scootaloo.
I did get the light blue pony's name wrong.
Oh, this horse.
They're calling her Penelope. But
How dare you?
Well, there's two ponies named Petunia.
Okay. So now I can do all these at once. So when they go forward, they're gonna do their downward right here. I do not want to have that hair as the one I base everything from. Oh, I don't know what that one either. Do that one. I'm actually going to do a much quicker down bit right here. And up. It's like synchronized hair dancing. Then right at the last second, a little bit more up again.
Is that tiara's hair? Is it? It's kind of held down by the tiara. Like, it's tied back.
Yeah, I'm not as worried about hers. Because her hair would just be bubbly. It would just kind of move within itself. These ones, because the further, like her hair, I couldn't just have it hanging there because it looks obvious that it's wrong. Hers, I could get away with it not moving.
Yeah, because it's kind of tied down.
And hers hair is wobbling because just the natural motion.
Mm-hmm.
So the hair is going to go up. I'm not going to have them like blow in the wind because that would be a little bit more work than I really want to put in. Okay, so these got to go to the side now.
Hello, Spider Kid.
Hello, Spider Kid. But it does add quite a bit to add this hair motion.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's just kind of like cheap, like having everybody time the same. And I don't have to keep it tied the same. I can readjust it ever so slightly, and I probably will.
I'm kind of noticing that Archer's is kind of kicking Pound Cake in the face.
Yeah, and Pound Cake's just staring at the butt, so...
Wow. The happiness in the final moments of life, very important.
The little pleasures in life.
Yes. It's like, we're all gonna die. He's nice.
I've seen pictures like that where it's like something bad is happening, and then there's just that one guy like looking at something. You're like, man,
Can't ever turn it off.
I'll say good night. I'll post a frontier for an arcade back in teens in exchange for free game tokens. The ticket machines were all rigged. Oh yeah.
Imagining the Hindenburg crashing. Everybody's looking at the Hindenburg exploding in the background, and then it's catching fire, and everybody's horrified. And then there's just one guy in the crowd looking at a Playboy. It's like there were more important things that day.
Actually, this should have been going this way. Now it goes. Oh, the kitty. So I started. So I had a deer out back. I posted it on Discord before, and so there's a deer walking around in my backyard for like 20 minutes yesterday, and the neighbor's cat happened to be out, and somehow or another never noticed the deer, and was walking back up inside. So I kept my phone recorded because if that cat noticed the deer, that cat would have just jumped all over that deer, and it would have been hilarious. But nope, walked inside, didn't even notice him. Or didn't care, but that doesn't seem true to me. Like anytime turkeys come by, that cat just attacks the crap out of them. Hilarious.
Well, it probably thinks it can take on the turkey. Probably looks at a deer and is just like, yeah, not my problem.
The cat will, but the cat has a limit on how far it wants to go away from the house before it gets scared. So it will like the turkeys. It will chase to about the edge of my line here, and then it will immediately stop and turn around because nope, I can't see home now.
Mm-hmm.
The cat is blind, or the deer has some mad stealth skills. No, they were right outside, but I think the cat was hovering around by the house, and he just walked right up the stairs and walked inside because the owner just leaves the door open. So I just think that cat never looked that way. And the deer wasn't really moving, but it was kind of making just like huffing noises every now and then. So I don't know. I'm confused, but that cat just ignored it completely, and that makes no sense to me. Why watch an airship catch on fire when you can look at images?
I do like the comment. I died like 3 times. Game.
SCP containment breach and play it. I've never. Yeah, I don't know what SCP
I thought you were
is.
talking about this game.
No, you got to go backwards.
Yes. It's like I can never beat this game. I die every time. It's like, dude, you're in Excel. Yep, die every time.
Excel's dangerous, man.
Yes.
What is acting weird here? Okay, so I got to get rid of that. I don't know what the info is on it, but there was the old, like, they would do a panel at a lot of the conventions where they would do like a voting, not a voting thing, but they would show a bunch of just AMV or PMV videos, and the panel would have decided who was the winner based on submissions to the actual convention. And news quite often, and one of them didn't win, but they showed it because it was a very unique concept, and it was a PMV done in Excel. So you can, I guess, I don't remember how they did it, but they actually imported video into Excel in certain portions that they would hit play on, but the whole thing was done by mouse live while they recorded their screen, and they would scroll through the different cells, and they would have actual art come through, like art that would scroll through at certain parts. So they would go to a part with a video or something, then they would scroll the screen really quick, and some of the cells would be like a cool little art that would go by, and they had some little, like, almost, I would not really call it animations, but just like, it was so cool. I've never seen somebody take an idea of, I want to make an animated video in Excel, and actually made it work. It was the most unique thing I've ever seen for a PMV.
In Excel.
No, they couldn't do it animated from like one frame to another, but where they could put something that when they slide past it, they could have something happening, like a stylized swooshing thing, and it was all done just through colored cells. So the whole video was in one take of him going around, and every now and then he would jump to a video that would play with some kind of stylized border, but it was all in Excel. It's so weird.
Yeah.
You really can't do anything in Excel. I don't know if he did some like VBA programming. I think that could have been the video thing. I've never put video into Excel, so who knows? I did notice MTR is not locked, so I need to. Well, I can't lock it until I even shot. Oh yeah, hers just didn't do anything. But the cool thing about this, don't need to. So this is that hair. That is that hair. Perfect. We're just going to take it, and we're just going to grab your rotations. We're just going to jitter it a bit. Actually, no, I need more. Because I hit it with smooth, it's going to reduce the peaks, and it's not going to be moving as much. So I'd rather sure it's good right now. Okay. Now we're going to smooth that. Yeah, that looks kind of weird actually, but you know,
hair does kind of look like Jello.
We're gonna call it good. Instead, I'm just gonna speed it up a little bit, and then I'm gonna reduce it. Just wobbling a little bit. Yeah. It's better to over animate than under animate. You can always reduce, you can't add. So
didn't you just add?
What do you mean add?
Did you just add jiggle?
I added the jiggle, but in doing it, if you're going to make something go too far, because you can always pull back, but you can't tell it to add more. So if I only have a slider that, or I can undo an animation back to its base, but I can't tell it to go the other direction because it doesn't know what the other direction is. I can't tell it like, oh, the sit that I did wasn't sitty enough. Add more sit. No, but it knows what to do to take it away. Mustro, which is just tuned in. What's the project? This picture alone is actually it's pretty telling. We're working on a video. Been working on it actually for longer than it should be, but
It is a little over 2 weeks now.
Shut up. No, it's a video that was supposed to be a deja vu meme that kind of went too far, and now we're just like making some stupid with it. So no, she's just got a bunch of kids on a tractor, and she's going zoom zoom. But there's a separate file that's like I still have to render out that has the first 30 seconds of this. It just ran out of RAM, so I had to change it out here. One of the best radio stations. It's the same. Listen to the same 15 songs every time. Michael music is better.
Yeah, I mean, one day I'll get to listen to those, and I'll be able to tell you how crap they are.
Oh yeah, I forgot we did. I gotta animate that actually.
Yeah, you forgot about the version.
Boss of apples.
Oh no, into the booper.
This comes the whole. Oh, wait. Oh, I didn't actually finish the animation on that at the end, but that's fine. The first bits of it shows kind of how like it accelerated to this, and then we just kind of went with it. It's gonna be about a minute long in the end.
It always goes back to that horse video about horses should drive cars.
I like this idea of like so it's like the kids must save Applejacks. The rainbows combine, and through their powers they shall make the tractor and catch her out of the air. Oh, here they come! Shoot!
Oh, they got her.
Oh, and they landed it. She's like, what the hell?
She's just.
And now she's like, wait, I gotta drive in reverse?
It's pretty tough, especially when you're a horse.
Okay, so is there anybody's hair here that's still broken? So I got, okay, enabled, because I do not want to figure out later that this is, I forgot somebody. Enabled, perfect. And then I'm not going to see in that mess. So we're going to call that good. The main thing is there any hair there that suddenly jumps? And I'm not seeing any. Well, thank you for the follow wishes. I like this story better. It's the children saving Applejack. Yeah, I think we're all good on that. Oh no, that was just a reverse thing. So, okay. Do I need to have them blink more? I think I do have them blinking. Yeah, they do blink. So they're sort of alive. I don't think I'm going to care about, like, adding mouth stuff. Like, oh, actually, you know what? I probably will change this a little bit. Because right now, all, like, they all have the same expression. So let's change that up a little bit. Oh, you meant the animation says in chatty chat? You two provide some splendid warm companionship. Aww. I was actually working on the cover art for the Jackbox video I just put out, and originally I had me and Michael on either side, and it kind of ended up crowding it too much, so I took it off. But then I was trying to figure out something else to put in there, and I had, when I was working on or when we were doing the murder party, I was using the heart, and that was a big prominent part during the video. So I was gonna put the heart in there, but then I realized it was me and Michael, and then there was a big heart in the middle. I'm like, oh yeah, I can't do that. like there's some.
I kind of wish you had, just so that I could look at it and be like, is there something you want to tell me?
I'm thinking about it after I put it. I don't know why I didn't think about it before then. Okay, so we need so this is Archer's face. Archer's gonna be a little more a little less stray. More
We need to like bring back Archer. I don't think she was ever in any of the seasons after season 2. They filled the classroom with like nameable characters.
For your frown. Less pucker.
Yeah, the one classmate that was pretty prominent in the first few seasons that kind of disappeared was Twist, and the whole story behind that was that the parents of the girl who played her didn't think it was going to be that prominent of a role, so they just they moved out of Vancouver and went somewhere else to try something else somewhere else because they didn't think Pony was going to be anything. And then I think they asked some of the writers, like, why didn't you ever have her talk? It's like, because it wasn't an option anymore. This actor left.
Yeah, but it's called it's a gamble. You think maybe it wasn't going to work out, and then they might have lost an opportunity somewhere else. So you never know.
Yeah.
There's some music in there. There's going to be audio stuff. It just the audio. I'll put some in for reference on stuff, but I tend not to keep. Anytime I render it, I don't render out that audio. I compile it all again in post because SFM is horrible at timing audio. So anything I see is not usually the same timing as what it will actually be. So I just don't trust it. Or if I do it, it's only like there's no talking portions here, but if there's talking portions, normally there's no talking overlap. It's a bunch of pieces. Then I will do that because then I have a single file that I can break up instead of having multiple files that I could have to import later. Yeah, lip syncing is the one that's probably the roughest for timing on stuff because it just never ends up being right.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting how just real life stuff can change the direction of a show. I'm sure there's lots of examples in animation.
Invader Zim,
What happened in Invader Zim?
Twin Towers.
It changed the direction of the show.
I believe that episode came out like at almost the same time that they fell.
Oh,
And it ended up having some, yeah.
I know the one of the Spider. It was either the first or second Sam Raimi Spider-Man that was supposed to have the Twin Towers, and they had to remove the scene because of that. So yeah, there was a few shows that had to change. People didn't want to show anything with the Twin Towers being in any sort of distress.
Would have made sense.
Yeah,
because you don't want to have some people have like bad memories and stuff. That's not going to be good for PR.
A lot of people here are probably too young or weren't even alive when it happened, which is a weird thing to think about.
It was 20 years ago this year, so
yeah.
Incoming Warhorse.
But like it's hard to explain the kind of like fever people were in.
Yep, there he went and said
That's crazy. Yes.
And I'm going. Yeah, no, yeah. So Knightley has always had it on his radar to do gaming stuff. The problem with the gaming stuff is there's usually a lot more content, and especially when we're doing the narrative playthroughs, and so condensing that is a lot more work. So, but the SFM stuff, sometimes doing the goofy stuff, is a lot easier and quicker. So he's been doing a lot of the SFM stuff, and once there's enough built up, or he has the time to, he'll go back to the others. But being he can make a full video off of, say, reviewing 5-6 hours of footage instead of 20 hours of footage, it's quicker. And with his job schedule right now, he's just really hard for him to go and do that. So will there be Fallout compilations at some point? Maybe, but it's just those are going to take a lot longer. So that's why he hasn't really done it.
Sure, it's a lot easier to try to figure things out between two people opposed to 4 or 5.
Well, no, it's just how do you find funny stuff? There's the main way to do it, at least that I always did, was you look for something stupid on the screen, or you look for something somebody laughing in the corner. and because it's the quickest way to just scrub through the footage when you don't have time. So that's how how I was doing it. That's kind of what Nightly does on some parts. You can't do that for a game stream because there's 4 other people you can't see, and sometimes the funny stuff is in the conversation and there's not that visual cue. So you have to just watch it. That's 20 hours. That's a lot. Like, say if you're trying to combine 4 different videos. Yeah, it's just a lot of work. So
That's why I think a lot of these
Nightly's putting in a lot of effort.
streamers do everything in like 30-minute spurts.
Streamers?
Like they record it for 30 minutes, but the videos that get released are 30 minutes at a time, so that they can release like
anywhere from I like the 6-minute bits, because it's 6 or 7 minutes is where you can sit down and watch it quick, but 15 or 20 or 30 is where you're talking an investment, and I'm trying to hold off on making investment type videos. So our thing was try to sit about 7 to 8 minutes per video. Okay, so I got to go back to what's her face here, Petunia.
yeah. But now that makes two. I thought her name was Penelope.
No, I think Penelope is that one.
Well, then that makes there.
No, it is Petunia. The other one's Alula.
Petunias.
No, this is Petunia.
Well, yeah.
No, it's Petunia.
There's Petunia in Rainbow Road Trip too.
Neat.
So there's 2 ponies named Petunia, and I don't.
Oh, darn! If is there anybody in the world named Michael?
Oh, just me.
Just me. We have a friend named Michael. Not you.
No, it's Giz. He's different.
I just realized I don't have the. Like
There's Giz and there's Draft. They're not Michaels. I'm Michael.
I gotta turn on.
Them's the rules.
I can turn on the backlight to you. You're not framed.
No.
Here, now it's on.
I'm here, everyone. I wasn't here before.
All right. I think if I do Petunia and then maybe Dinky, I should be fine.
Is that her name?
Dinky Derp.
Dinky Doop. Hey, I think that's the only reason that the fandom made them really relevant, because it was Ditsy Do at first and then Dinky Do. They both had the last name of Do. Must be related. It means the 2 Petunias must be. There can only be one true.
I'm gonna have her kind of go wah something.
No, he's only killing foals, so there's no derpy on the tractor. That you're giving him different facial expressions.
I'm not putting detail into it. I'm trying to just add variety. I'm not liking how that's looking, so we're just going to round it. Hope that some reduced variant of it. Look, yep, that's fine. So she's probably the most visible, followed, or Scootaloo probably, but she's one of the more visible ones.
She's
and
very
so
bright.
Whoever's the most visible and most prominent is the one that I have to focus the effort on, because they're the one that's going to be focused on. Anybody else, it doesn't matter, because they're going to just be passed by. I'm worried about the first view. Any view after that, you can get away with more mistakes, because people are going to always be stuck on their first view. So as long as you get that right. So we're also going to drop her eyes a little bit here.
Yeah, I'd be pretty close to coming up with a proper ending to this.
I have it. Rainbow Dash checks the little mark.
Okay, yeah.
That's it.
That's a good way to end it, yeah.
Yeah, that was, to me, you're ending it on a goofy little joke. Anything after that wouldn't have been as good.
Yeah.
Well, Well, thank you, Warhorse. The 2 gifts to Soul Kitty and Hyrule Ninja. Well, thank you very much. You're so kind to others. Thank you. I was choked on that. Had to get second. Ah, I see. I don't even have that one visible right now. Ah, you had to get above vodka. Well, thank you very much, though. Oh, and thank you for thank you for the follow. What the dog doing? And it was a bark too.
What is the dog doing?
I'm not gonna I was thinking about doing ears. I don't think I'm gonna be carrying enough.
It would be cute though.
No, I feel like with all the other motion going on that it just would be whatever. Is there anything missing here though? I could definitely add more to this, but I feel like anything I add past this is just going to be passed up.
I feel like they could use candy.
They have candy. You don't see it. But Derpy is there with the juice box.
She does have the juice box. What's going on? She's phasing through them.
Because he's supposed to be doing like that.
Fast goes on.
It's because you know how Popeye has the spinach?
Got juice. How it works.
With juice becomes too strong. Okay. I think I can call this one good, other than if there's any lighting concerns. I am a little concerned as to how bright her eye is here. I can reduce that a little bit. I could just go into the camera here and reduce the bloom scale a little bit, because that's what's causing it. It will affect only this shot. But I think if I reduce it to... Ooh, that was way too much. Let's do it there. Yeah, now it doesn't look so bright. It's going to make it so the clouds don't glow as much either, which actually is probably better. But I do like having bloom. It really does add something. But I think having a little bit of reduction there would be nice.
I feel like bloom so much will be hidden. Can't even see her.
She's doing okay. Look, even Applejack. Applejack's doing even better. She's flying. She even got a broken neck.
Her neck is kind of broken.
No, I think that was mid tilt. Because I needed to fit her over through this little gap, yes. And there was nothing I could do. Because I just love like this. We got like the children. Help the children.
Help the children. She saves herself.
No, she uses her emergency hat powers. That was your idea, to use emergency hat powers.
Oh, every horrible thing that the ponies do is my idea.
I know. Because it is.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think I can actually color this one.
Non-consensual field trip. I forgot the name of that one.
That should be the name of the video. It would be demonetized so quick.
Like, I don't like the implication. I mean, the grounding up of children is fine, but got to make sure it's consensual.
Yeah, you can only have consensual field trips.
Yes.
All right. Well, that's another green one. That one was one I knew was going to take a little bit because there's just so much hair to poke at. The grind never stops, essentially. This one actually, there's not that really much that needs doing. Oh.
Bad.
Oh, it's another Applejack.
What are you doing?
He's like, I'm being the good horse. Not the bad horse in the tractor.
I saw that before. I loaded a reference jack because I needed it for loading some of the mouth features. I don't even need this anymore. And I didn't even realize that. Whoops.
Yeah, there's really not much to do on this one.
No, there's a couple things. For one, that sky card. This is the shot that I was going to work on, but I ended up stopping because I needed to load the sky card in. Because this background ain't gonna work on its own. Okay, so the camera goes from...
Can't really see this guy.
Yeah, that's why I actually don't have to even care about the sky until about here. But... Oh, I can actually bring this down a bit. You need to know that I'm hitting blue sky, or at least mostly blue sky. I'd rather not have clouds back there if I can help it. If it's a big open sky, yes, you want a detailed sky. But if it's not, I just want blue. I just want something that... damn it. Need a house. I don't want any sky visible to the ground level. And that just ruins the experience.
That looks fine to me. This looks like somebody has a yard.
One of my problems with SFM is it's, or at least, and also one of my own limitations on just my ability to make things of scale. So to make it feel like something is bigger than it is, I still feel like I'm learning in those areas, and this is one of them where I could maybe make something look scaled into the distance, but if I just cover it up, then I'm fine too.
I do kind of like how this whole town just like, hey, we just moved to town. Is there a place we can live? Oh, there's some space over here. Well, hey, we'll get the town together tomorrow and build you a house.
Build this house, build this house.
Yeah, pretty much, like every house is built exactly the same, and they're just kind of scattered about.
Well, in the show, they're probably a little different, but
they're still pretty scattered about, even in regular Ponyville.
I don't care. This is how Ponyville works for me.
I like the idea of like people moving into town and just being like, "Is there a place we can live?" Everybody just kind of pitches in and builds them a house, and it's like done the next day. Like, yeah, you can live in here now.
Okay. There. Now we have enough buildings. Wait till YouTube changes the settings from adult to children. This one, so that's actually why sometimes adding some violent features technically makes it work better. I still have one video that I think is in dispute for children. Thankfully, it wasn't a monetized video. Even if it was moved to made for children, it still is monetized, just severely reduces your revenue because of the ad choices that are selected, and it doesn't allow comments, and that kind of sucks. So
you don't always have to be violent just to keep it from being with kids.
No, but I almost always just mention that my channel has people being killed. I'm like, do you, or no, it was the flying video, like the how to fly video.
Yeah.
That was the one that was recently made for children, changed to forced, and it basically says this video shows a child being launched from a catapult. Do you want kids to replicate this?
You don't have to have violence though to keep it from being for kids. Like if you just have the horses, like I don't know.
No, I know what you're gonna say, and you better not say it, or this cup's going up your nose. You said so far.
I'm not. It's right here.
You were like leaning back, like you're a cool guy.
Had the pony's kiss.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that. Come over here.
No, it won't fit.
I know it won't. That's the point.
I'm trying to help.
You're trying to help yourself.
It can go both ways.
I just realized her arms here. Actually, I must not have had them locked. So between here and here, they dip down. So now where is the dips happen? The end here. Start quick. Go to here.
You don't even
Okay.
have to kiss. You could just have like one pony lick the other pony's nose. That would be super.
Still want to punch him.
It would be adorable. Cat agrees. I can feel it.
That work.
Like, ooh.
Arms kind of shake a little bit here, and that's concerning me. I think I'm just going to grab this whole bit and see if I can just smooth it. And I'm kind of okay with her kind of in a panic. Because
She's been panicking for a while now. She's probably
Yeah.
getting tired.
yeah, she's just like, you know what? Whatever happens, happens. Let them sue. I'm just gonna.
You ever been in like a car accident?
I'm gonna put it up a little bit more here.
Because I have.
Well, if only you had an extended car warranty.
Yes, you got to buy that. Now, I remember having a horrible day. I hit a guardrail and then
You can't
hit
add.
another car.
You can't have kid videos to your playlist. Oh, really? See, that's what I don't like about it is made for kids and is different from able or for kids or something, because it made for kids means that I made this content for the sole purpose of entertainment within that group, but the majority of my audience is 18 plus, where this is 13 and lower. And I actually made a dispute on that. I think I've had 4 different videos get called for it. They're automatically flagging a video if it has kid-like content, whether or not it is made for kids or not. And sometimes, like,
That's right.
if you were to watch the first 15 seconds of the one Smile video, Pinky,
It's just them having a picnic.
yeah, it's just them having a picnic and be like, oh, it's made for kids. Until they punch off somebody's head.
Yeah.
And it's but then I don't like to. They're like, well, then you're baiting kids in. It's like, why are you immediately labeling somebody as doing a bad thing? No. I mark it not for kids.
Why are you luring in all these children with these cute horses? How dare?
Well, they need to have better
We need
taste.
to let them know that horses aren't for children. They're for adults like me.
Yes.
Children, keep your nasty
so-
little dirty fingers off of my
So
horses.
they need to come out with better toys.
They do.
I do.
Like,
I think they're
it's for-
fine for the audience. It's just Michael has a pet peeve on it.
Because there are other people that market to that audience who
Also-
actually produce quality.
The other one is, if you really want to anger Michael, is just tell him that Paw Patrol is better than Pony.
They do make better stuff, and that's where
they're just-
like, my anger derives from. I can get a really good Paw Patrol plush right now from Target.
Yeah, but they're just better in general.
Yeah, no, not in general. But
Yeah, there's just they have a better show.
Viacom just knows how to market, and
No,
Hasbro doesn't.
Have you seen their stuff? It's pretty good. I mean, it's pretty quality content, and I mean, they're better at marketing. They're just better characters. And they got paws. They're little doggies.
Gross.
Adorable.
It's not even that well animated.
Well, whose problem is that?
That's just it. Hasbro is a toy company that makes toys for shows that are made, and the shows are actually decent quality. But for a toy company, they make crappy toys. They have like Viacom, who I think owns Paw Patrol. They make a subpar show.
Why do you know so much about who makes Paw Patrol?
It's on Nickelodeon, right?
Why do you know that?
Is it?
I don't know. I don't watch Paw
I'm
Patrol.
assuming it's on Nickelodeon.
I don't know, but you know way more about Paw
I know-
Patrol than you should know if you're not a fan of it.
I don't know if it is on Nickelodeon. I'm assuming.
You've probably seen all this content, and then you're like, "Well, now I at least got to go see if it's good." And 4 seasons in,
I do not want to watch Paw Patrol.
it's too late. You're in the fandom now.
Yes, they just released a movie 1 month before the Pony movie Is that coincidence? Probably not. They're probably directly competing. And they wanted to get their movie out first, and it's probably awful, and I hope it like falls off a cliff
How does a movie fall off a cliff?
while driving a car.
Wait, how old is the Paw Patrol characters? Because apparently they're old enough to drive.
Well, they're old enough to have jobs. They're old enough to drive.
Well, anybody can have a job. Just depends on the country.
That's true. Same goes for driving and drinking. It's like you can do any. It's like,
Legal and should, very different things.
Paw Patrol has better spaghetti. Now it just like Hasbro is really bad at marketing toys. Any decent toy that comes out that's officially licensed, like My Little Pony stuff, is third party. It's them telling another.
What about
company.
the Guardians of Equestria?
I'm pretty sure they're third party.
Yeah, but that's everything. Hasbro doesn't, I don't think, manufacture everything.
They make the spaghetti hairs.
Well, do they do the manufacturing, or do they have it? Do they come up with everything and then hand it to somebody else to make it?
I'm pretty sure the spaghetti hairs are just straight up them.
No, they can make it and model it, but do they manufacture it?
I don't know.
Probably not. That would be a waste. Why would they? Why would a company like them
Because
put
they're a
any?
toy company.
Because, but then you would have to have a huge facility that was built for molding.
They've been around since like the 70s.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that they don't contract everything out. If it's more profitable to do
They
that,
finally
they would.
bought their own animation studio.
Yeah, because that's probably they probably didn't care before because they were making the money on selling things.
That they were licensing. Now, I'm pretty sure they make most of their toys. It's just the good stuff is never them. Like, the best plushies that ever came out that were officially licensed were the 40E ones. And I can just say that, and they're just third-party licensed.
Michael has to stick up his butt about things, only because
I want to buy good stuff.
yeah, because he wants something, and now he demands better quality.
Well,
and only
Paw
the
Patrol
things
can do it.
and only the things in life that he has direct.
They have soup.
They had pony soup.
I saw pony soup.
They had pony soup. It doesn't even need to be MLP soup. You saw a container that just said like contains unicorn magic, and it was just pure cornstarch with like purple food coloring, and you're like, I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah, but if it had like My Little Pony ponies on it, the whole cabinet would be full right now. Just
You'd be like, what do you want for dinner today? I want more diabetes.
Hey, more cornstarch. It got the Twilight sparkle on it.
Oh, I just realized that this corner right here is not lit. We're gonna just copy this one and paste it. Screw it.
let's take those pitchforks and head on down to wherever they're manufacturing those Paw Patrol plushes and force them to make pony plushes
Why?
so that I can have them. Because they make good quality plushes.
So you want
haired monstrosities.
So he wants Paw Patrol.
I even bought the new characters. I showed them to you, and they're awful plushes. But they're the best I can get.
Spend money on the stupidest things.
It was like $5 for each of them.
I know, but I spent an extra 50 cents on sausage, and you give me shit. So
Yeah, because it's all the same pig.
I know, but you could spend that money on sausages.
No. Food is fleeting. Plushies are forever. You can get buried with those.
I think that'll work for the cloud there.
I'd bury you with your plushies, but I want to get buried with those too, so.
That's probably why I'd be dead.
It's like, okay. I'm taking the plushies, Michael. I'm like, not.
All right, so
Never.
so that background's done. I'm not done with that shot. I do need to clean up her hair a little bit and some poke in there. But the background is done. This really doesn't gonna take much, or won't take much more. This isn't gonna take much work at all. It's basically done. Her scream's got it over the background. That's gonna take probably the most time. This one I'm probably gonna just do right now. I'm gonna decrease the bloom as well. Oh, no, I already did. Already at its minimum, almost its minimum. Why are you so bright, Sky?
It's a sunny day.
I'll plug with that one later.
Happy sunny day.
Here, the movie it's coming up. Oh yeah, you said that. the No Way Home. Yeah, I haven't watched Far From Home yet. Actually, it's because I've been wanting to find it available for rent, but it hasn't come up for rent yet.
Yeah,
So
mine just have to buy the DVD.
yeah, you either have to get stars for a week or a month, or you have to buy it. And I'd rather spend $3 to rent it than $20 to buy it.
It is kind of a watch once movie.
Yeah, I did it for Homecoming. I rented it, watched it, and I was done. And I have a couple bucks like randomly because it's just something again on Amazon. I'm just whatever, take your time. So I got the credits on it. So, anyways, we're done for today. We will be back on the weird things that we run across here. Back on Friday for work on this more. Michael will be gone.
I'll be gone,
and then
I'll be gone this
on
weekend too.
Yeah, Sunday we'll do a game stream. Haven't worked out the details on that, but that does help narrow things down. Having Michael gone, so he's got stuff to do. So we will. Yeah. Other than that, we'll go from there. Let me see if there's anybody on right here. AZ's doing. What is he doing right now? Art.
Drawing ponies.
That's good enough for me. Let's go raid AZ again. He usually does some
points anyways.
He usually does some. I don't even care about the points. I don't get points. I have unlimited points. I have infinite points. But yeah, we'll go read him. He does some 3D sculpting stuff. I don't know what he's doing right now. But we'll see.
Yeah, I got some personal biz.
There we go. Okay. And I'm gonna go and show the kitty for now, so we can do credits. So, and
should be back next Tuesday.
but thank you everybody for bits and follows and subs, and otherwise also just everybody that shows up. I love y'all. And there's a reminder, we will be doing that in about a week and a half, another Jackbox stream. So if you enjoyed the new Largo Zone video that came out, you'll enjoy that too. Oh, it looks like he's making. I don't know what he's making actually.
Making a box.
He's making a thing. Intended for mature audiences. Oh, there's an ad. But anyways, but yeah, thank you to I kind of missed the list there, but everybody for follows and everything. So appreciate it. Yeah, I know you'll be in New York, but it's second Saturday. That's when I have it done. It's a weird commercial. I don't need to watch no Pizza Hut. It's okay. Bye. Bye. Oh, I have to actually wait for it to finish the thing. I forgot to
now.
Now, yep. Now it's gonna be. Now we're going.
I guess that was my mom.
Oh, I think he just went off.